Welcome back to part 3. We're going to pick up with Wayne Seymour. He has just called Ron Price a liar. He said that Ron Price has lies in his statements, in his letter to the county commissioners. Ron Price has asked for proper funding of the school district. Mr. Seymour has a problem.
As a board member, he can oppose the tax if he wants to, but he cannot speak for the board unless it's been before the board.
Again, this is a red herring. If you have kids who are going to college, have them take logic, because it will help you out so much. Just about every other word out of Mr. Seymour's mouth is what's called a logical fallacy, a red herring, an appeal to pity, an appeal to the popularity, argumentum ad populum. He just goes on and on and on. He is also guilty of making straw man arguments where he is attributing things to Mr. Price that Mr. Price is not arguing, in a way to ridicule Mr. Price's argument. Now, first off, let me tell you something. I never met Ron Price, so this is not some Ron Price fan club. I am just appalled that we, as a county, allow a board of education in this county to sit idly by while a public speaker calls one of their own a liar. This would not be tolerated at the county commission, and it is pathetic. Mr. Seymour continues.
In addition to that, he blamed the decline in school population.
Now, Mr. Seymour is beginning to do what's called ridiculing your opponent. You don't hear too many attorneys do this. And attorneys are pretty good debaters. They're pretty good at argument. Mr. Seymour is going into this childish mode where he is ridiculing a Board of Education member. And the Board of Education that we have just sits and watches. With a Board of Education without Brent Huss, without Ron Price, without Wayne Kirkman.
Common Core, the adoption of equity training, and the neutral bathroom philosophy, where genders are forced to share toilet showers and locker rooms. This is a complete lie.
This is a complete lie. Tell that to a lot of the people who have pulled their kids because Rockingham County has not provided them with a clear and concise statement regarding the bathroom policy.
But unfortunately, many people believe this, especially people that don't have children in the public schools. People are not fleeing from the public school system, as Price and his still sharp claim, but there is a smaller pool of students. Yes, the population has declined.
Okay. The population has declined by around 1,000 people. The school population has declined by around 3,000 kids. There's a big difference there. The school population has declined almost 20%. The population in Rockingham County has declined about 1%. For the decline in population to mirror the decline in the amount of school children, we would have to be in a county of 70,000 people right now. That has not occurred. And that is the main flaw in the argument of the people against us. They continue to say the population has gone down. The population has gone down around 1%. The school population has gone down around 20%. I'm not going to call anybody a liar, but for them to keep using this does not serve their purposes because it is easily disproven.
In Rockingham County, it's declined at a faster rate than the rest of the state.
Here, this is what's called a red herring. He is throwing something out just so you look at it and think that sounds intelligent. The rest of the state does not matter compared to Rockingham County. There are two areas that matter. How many in our population have left our county? Around 1,000 people. How many in the school-age population have left the Rockingham County schools? That number is around 20%. That's 3,000 kids. Mr. Seymour doesn't have an answer for that.
There's been a decline in the school-age population of nearly 2%, the decrease of children under age 5.
When he is saying this, he does not provide a time period. A decline of 2%. Was it 2% in the last week? 2% in the last year? The school-age population has declined in Rockingham County schools since 2006. There were 14,700 kids. Now there are 11,900 and some. I think the last specific number I was given was 11,940. That's almost 3,000 kids who have left our public school system. We'll pick it up in part 4.